What's up, my fellow demigods, and welcome back to another review. In fact, the first review of the new year. That's right, your boy is back. It is me, J Degenerate, and I am here once again to cover the brand new episode of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Season 2, which is, of course, Season 2, Episode 5. We land on Cece's Island and Resort. I believe it's something like that. I know that's what the chapter title was, I believe. But first off, Happy New Year to everybody, to all my fellow demigods out there. And also, big thanks for all the support for the previous episode review. My episode 4 review did really well, considering that it was probably only my second time covering the season. So, shout out for all the love and support for that one. Really appreciate it. And as per usual with these episode reviews, spoilers ahead for Percy Jackson and the Olympians Season 2 Episode 5. So you have been warned. Once again, I feel like this season is off to a good, just on the right track in terms of pacing and plot. I do like the changes that they brought in terms of Season 2, because Sea of Monsters was kind of it was a very much setup heavy book that didn't really have much going on in the grand scheme of things, but set up a lot of things that would become important much later on in the book series. So, the fact that they added stuff in to, flesh it out a little bit more, I think has only helped this season. Especially when it comes to the Clarice stuff. That's what I want to just talk about first. I know I'm kind of jumping around all over the place, but once again, as a day one Clarice book hater, I hate book Clarice with a passion. She was just mean for no reason. This Clarice, she's still got attitude. She's still got that sass and that trauma that Clarice has. But she's not just mean for no reason. You actually get to see why she is that way, but it also doesn't make her just outright nice, right? She has moments that definitely you would never see Clarice do. She went to Percy for advice in that last episode, and things like that. But Clarice definitely has a lot more potential as a character in the show, and that's just big shout out to her actress Dior for that one, because she's absolutely killing it. I also didn't expect a Grover Clarice team up, and that was a lot of fun. Their banter back and forth was also pretty funny. Just she sees him and immediately, nice dress. That was great. They changed up Cersei. Cersei's a lot more helpful to both men and women. She was mad sexist in the book. Annabeth got the luxury treatment, taken to the spa, all those niceties. Percy turned to a guinea pig. And I was interested to see how they were going to play out this episode, because maybe it's been a while, but I remember in the book this took a while. Not a long time, but I remember when I was reading it, I was like, wow, this Cersei plot is taking a bit. Because Percy, we got a chapter or so with Percy in the guinea pig form, getting to know the other guinea pigs, and the fact that we do get to meet one of them, Eddie, the guinea pig, who is, of course, as we find out later, Edward Teach, son of Ares, aka Blackbeard. That'll be relevant later. Remember that one, kids. There will be a test. But yeah, I think that was really cool. Cersei being more of a kind of fake healed character is a much more interesting take. And when I say fake healed, I mean she pretends like she's gotten over the baggage with Odysseus and being left behind and forgotten, but really she's putting on a front and just kind of deflecting onto other heroes that are trying to get past the Sea of Monsters and all that. Also, remember the name Hilla or Hippolyta, because she may be she may in fact be super relevant later on. I don't know if we're actually going to get to that point, but remember her. She's going to be super relevant later on. She just seems like a background character, but pay attention to Hippolyta or Hilla, because super important. And if you're a DC Comics fan, you might already know who Hippolyta is, because she serves the same role in the Percy Jackson universe. If you know your Wonder Woman lore, you know who Hippolyta is. Well, not, shout out to anyone in the comments who's also a comic nerd who, before Percy Jackson, recognized the name Hippolyta as, oh shit, that's Wonder Woman's mom. So, that's cool. Very curious to see, if that really is set up for, the later down the line. Because, that happens, in the following series of books. So, we'll see. Overall, I thought Percy's Fatal Flaw was handled really well. For once, they didn't just exposit Percy's Fatal Flaw. They let you figure out what his Fatal Flaw was by showing you context clues. However, that was not the case for Annabeth. With Annabeth, they just straight up tell you what her Fatal Flaw is. I mean, yes, her Fatal Flaw is kind of obvious. She's a cocky little shit. So, hubris being her Fatal Flaw. Duh. But, to have her just be like, yeah, I already knew that. My Fatal Flaw was hubris. Which, it, on the one hand, it's definitely an Annabeth move, and her doubling down on it and being like, you know what, I am proud that that's my flaw. That's 100% an Annabeth Chase move, so, not mad at that, but, you did such a good job at, displaying what Percy's Fatal Flaw was without just saying, oh yeah, Percy, you're loyal to a fault. You'll sacrifice anything to save your friends. Percy figured that out on his own. Annabeth just kind of spells it out for the entire class. Okay, we're still kind of getting over that those little kind of writing inconsistencies that I still have a problem with the show, but it's gotten a lot better for sure. The action I thought was really good. I was not expecting them to show another demigod get destroyed by the sirens. Obviously, we don't actually see him get torn apart, but you hear it, and that and his screaming was just, oh man. For anyone who says this is a kid show, they still get pretty intense up in here. So that was interesting. Also, now I could be wrong, but I was pretty sure that I had heard somewhere or seen an article somewhere that said Daphne Keane was going to play Athena. So that was kind of my dead giveaway that was wrong, because I was like, wait, didn't they say they casted Daphne Keane to play Athena? So why is it this lady? Unless I was wrong and they casted another actress. If so, tell me in the comments. Feel free to correct me. I'm not above being wrong here. But overall, I thought it was a really well-paced episode. It developed both Percy and Annabeth's characters really well. Percy felt really in character this episode, and I really enjoyed it. And we got to see Annabeth's cleverness in action as well. So, overall, I think, the show after the first season, season 2 overall, has been a big improvement. Not to say season 1 was bad, but definitely season 2 is a lot more consistent than season 1 was in terms of quality. And, good for them. I really am happy with how the show is turning out, and I can't wait to see more of how this conflict turns out. Also, something that I did not actually expect. I almost forgot to talk about it. They changed up Polyphemus. Polyphemus, as he is depicted in the Percy Jackson book, as well as the original Odyssey, was just kind of a big, dumb, lumbering brute. But I guess he picked up a lesson or two from Odysseus in the Percy Jackson TV show universe, because he was playing a long con the whole time. And I was like, oh shit. I didn't see that coming. Now, like, the vocal mimicry thing was something that we saw Tyson do, and we saw Tyson be able to do that in the books as well. So, like, it's kind of obvious in hindsight, but, like, in the moment, that actually caught me off guard. So, well done, show. Well done. Like I said, overall, great episode. Really enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comments down below. What do you think of Book Clarice's journey that we've gotten to see so far? Or some of your favorite moments? And also, could somebody tell me who the actress who played Cersei was? I know we have Googled, and I could have just looked this up before I recorded the video, but ADHD, forgot. And, like, I don't know, I was too stubborn to just look it up. But I've seen her in plenty of stuff. I just could not recognize her. But I think she did a fantastic job as Cersei. But yeah, let me know all your thoughts on the episode in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to leave this video a like. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any more future Percy Jackson and the Olympians episode reviews, as well as some of our other content coming up on the channel. And don't forget, if you're watching this video within the first week of its release, hit that hype button, because it really does help push us into the algorithm to get this video noticed and seen by a lot other demigods out there. So I really appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Happy New Year. And I will see you next week for another Percy Jackson episode review. And hopefully it'll actually be on Wednesday night, because Wednesday night was New Year's Eve, this week. So, like, I couldn't really do it then. But we will be on time on Wednesday night next week. So look forward to that. Until then, I'll catch you guys later. Peace, demigods.